welcome back to my channel, Cooking with Elisa's. So today we're gonna do some classic spaghetti and meat sauce. And I just wanna go over some of the ingredients that we have here. We're gonna have you some onions and some chopped bell peppers, yellow, green, and red. And then we're gonna use some minced garlic. And then we're just gonna add some seasonings. We're gonna add some onion powder, garlic powder, some basil, some herbs to give it some spice, some Italian, and then some thyme. And then of course, my favorite, as always, flavorits. And then we're gonna add some Slap Ya Mama and some garlic parsley. And of course, last but not least, salt and pepper. And for the sauce today, we're gonna add some classical sweet basil sauce. This stuff is just wonderful, 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 wonderful. And then we're gonna put some tomato paste in it. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, I put my Beyond Beef in. I'm gonna chop it up here, and then once I do that, I like to add my garlic last because believe me, you would not like the taste of burnt garlic. So go ahead, this is already smelling delicious. It's gonna cook really fast because it's not as harsh as ground beef. So you already cooked your kielbasa, so it's gonna go really quick here. And it doesn't have no fat hanging around. You don't have to drain it. It's just great flavor all together. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and add my seasoning. First, I like to add, and I'll put the description box once again, my garlic powder. I usually say it's about 2 tablespoons of everything. Of course, my onion powder. Oh, and I do want to tell you that before I complete that, I want to tell you that this is the kind of spaghetti I use. And I know this is kind of weird looking, but it's the pot size, and I promise you, this works great. I mean, I have the spaghetti already going. I put it in a little water and some salt. So it's boiling on the stove, and it'll be ready as soon as I finish this up, and we'll get it all together. So let's continue putting in the seasoning. I have a little oregano, a little thyme, nice thyme. And a little basil. Okay. Okay. And I always add just a touch of nutmeg. For some reason, I find that this just brings out the flavor. And you can kick it up a little notch with a little bit of red pepper seasoning if you like, but I don't particularly like that. But put it in my spaghetti because it does kick it up. But I do always use Slap Ya Mama. And last but not least, I told you guys, I use this in everything. This is great. Flavor rich. Just throw a little bit in there. This is gonna be so good. Okay, let's continue with this journal. Last but not least, let's just add a little salt and pepper. Just a tad. I don't add too much salt. I just don't particularly care to add too much salt. All right, let's keep that going. That looks so good. Yes, 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 yes. Now I'm gonna add my garlic. It's just minced garlic. I mean, you can chop it up if you like, and some regular garlic. You have to put that in a little earlier because you have to cook that a little, but I just add a little garlic. I love garlic. Garlic and onions are my 2 favorite to cook with. All right, let's get this stirred. Get it going. Wow, look how delicious that looks. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna show you a little trick that I use. Sometimes, you know, you're taking my when I used to use ground beef, it takes it a little bit longer to get chopped up the way I want it. So let me show you what I use. I don't know if everyone has one of these, but I grew up with my mother with one of these. Let me grab it real quick for you. It's one of these smashers. So I just smash it up. I just like my meat a little fine. I don't like it lumpy. I'll just do it a little. Look how quickly that is. Yes. You know, spaghetti is nice. Oh, this smells divine. Divine, divine, divine. Those onions cooked, that garlic cooked in there. Oh, I kind of like this convection oven. Look, I mean induction oven. It's kind of cute. Kind of works. I think I'll be using this for now on. All right. And one thing I do like about this Beyond Beef, no fat. I don't see it hanging around, waiting to get around my waist. It's not hanging around. Bye, fat. And I promise you, it tastes just like beef. You won't go wrong. And you do have a little bit of beef. I mean, you got the kielbasa in there. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you the sauce that I use. I use the classical sweet basil. It is delicious. So we're going to go ahead and open this up. Okay. Pour this in here. Let me just add a little water, swish it around. Just a tad, not too much, just a little bit. Shake it in there, we don't want to waste. Pour that in there. Okay. And next, I opened up, here it is. I opened up a can of tomato paste. I love this. I love using tomato paste in my spaghetti. It just works so well. Just get a heaping of that. Stir it up. With the taste, I use about 3/4 of a can, but you can use all of it. Most of the time, sometimes oh, look how beautiful that is. Just absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. That's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. You can see all that. And last but not least, I throw a little parsley in there. Okay, so I drained the spaghetti and I put it in my bowl. So I let this simmer a little longer. And I added just a couple of, maybe 3 tablespoons of ketchup. I just love ketchup. So please don't forget the ketchup. I mean, it brings out another, like a sweet taste. And I used to add mustard, but I found out that I didn't like that too much. So add the ketchup. Now I'm going to plate it. Show you. Oh, it's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Okay, so we're here. All right, I'm going to throw a little bit of parsley on top of that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Okay. I'll show you how this looks. Grab my fork. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. And I promise you, it tastes as good as it looks. Until next time, thank you for joining me, Cooking with the Lisas.